Hello, everybody, and welcome to Handle It Better. My name is Brittany,
And I'm Jensen.
and this is the podcast where it's just two best friends talking about random shit and having a good time. We have a new
Guest host
guest host this week.
joining us today.
His name is S'mores.
And he will say very little. But he is, if you hear any panting in the background, that might be why. Because we are recording in a new space.
We are recording at a new space in a different place. It rhymed.
Sure.
It made my brain happy a little bit.
Love that for you. Honestly, I hope nothing but the best for you and your little brain.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, how have you been?
It's been a while since we recorded an episode.
We talked about this earlier. I think it's been like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, they don't know that, but we know that.
We know that. We try to record every week, but past 3 weeks have been
a little crazy.
A little crazy, a little busy. I had family come over for the week, and then I had
an extra project being on the sidelines.
Yeah. I mean, I can talk about it a little bit. It's not like a huge thing. It's not like a huge thing, but like I work at a Halloween haunt during October, so I get a little busy towards this end of the year, and
I love this just this month of October.
Just this month. Well, no, we're in September while we're recording this right now. But our first day was the 13th of September, so
aka Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Is this our first one of the year, or have we had others?
No, I think we've had others. It's just this one's like the closest to October in a while, so it's like a big deal.
I was gonna say something, but never mind.
No, go up. What is it? What's the big deal? Ooh, spooky.
I'm like, has there ever been a Friday the 13th in October? But like, obviously there has.
There has.
I know. In my head, it never has.
So can I be honest?
Yeah.
I've tried to look this up several times. I'm like, when's the next Friday the 13th in October? And I can never get a definitive answer on it.
Is it because of the leap years?
I think so. I don't know though. Like, how close is the 13th in October to...
Well, this year's on a Sunday. On a Sunday. But who knows?
So it was last year.
Was it?
Yeah, because the leap year skips 2 days. Or like skips 1 day.
So it was last year?
So it was last year.
Sure.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
For what? Last year's?
Yeah, I don't remember last year's Friday the 13th. Google it, or like just go on the calendar. Yeah.
And see what it says, because guess what? That's what phones are for.
Very true. Very true.
No, stop it. It was on a Friday last year.
So it was a big deal, but just nobody talked about it like they are this year.
Or just that we have terrible memories and don't remember a single thing that happened last year.
I honestly really don't remember the hype last year around it. But like this year, everyone's like, oh my God, Friday the 13th. It's crazy.
But like, honestly, how many Friday the 13th can happen in like a year? Do we know?
I have no idea. It's probably like 1 or 2.
Probably. Who the fuck knows? I don't.
I don't.
I also don't really care. I'm so sorry.
I just... He's trying to go on the table. He's like, hey, my turn. Center of attention here. Oh, you know what I think I was looking up, which is why it's so hard for me to find it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find like when it's going to be a Friday the 13th in October with a full moon.
Oh, that's even harder for you to figure that shit out.
Yeah, I'm not a tracker of the
moons.
Of the moons, yeah. So I had that and we were doing prep for it last weekend, and they changed our dates around for dress rehearsal and stuff like that. So I was literally up doing that all week, or like all weekend last week. So we didn't have time to record then either.
And now we're recording
today. Which is really funny because that was like 5 minutes worth of me explaining.
Honestly, love that. But also, it was just us going on 3 different side tangents about one thing about your
About Friday the 13th.
about your set event that you were doing.
Yeah.
But also, can I say something on the same topic, but not at
Of
all?
course.
And it only has to do with me and my.
You're like, enough about you. It's me time.
No, in my social awkwardness when it comes to being around other humans that I don't know what to do, because I go on like little walkies.
Yeah.
And there's occasionally other people there.
Okay. You go on your little walkies.
And
with
sometimes
s'mores.
they have like dogs and stop it. And like they'll ask me about s'mores, and I'll give them a type 5 about his whole situation. And then like I'm like, how do I ask them about their dog?
Yes.
Or do because sometimes they're like, oh, is he a puppy? I'm like, no, he's like a year and whatever. And I'm just like, do I ask them about theirs, or like what the fuck do I do? Because I'm just like, they're like, oh, he's so cute. I'm like, and the dog was like, they're not that cute.
They're not that cute.
So it can't be like, I'm like, your dog is so cute.
Yeah, like I like your dog too. Yeah, no. So technically, in social situations, when somebody comments on your dog, yeah, you're supposed to like continue the conversation and ask them about their dog, but like, who's into social norms? Not us.
Because like full on, I'll be like walking and they're like, oh, look at that dog. I'm like, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And just keep walking.
Appreciate it.
Because like, I don't know what else to say. Or because I usually have him like, oh my God, off leash. So like, he just runs behind and eventually catches up. Because he doesn't run away.
Yeah.
Also, sidetrack on the same topic, but not at all. Yesterday when I went on my little walkies when I almost got lost.
When you ended up over by a prison, yeah.
There was like 3 or 4 deers. He was loose. He tried to chase after them. I was like, get your ass over here. They will knock you out in 2 seconds. You'll be done for.
I love that.
But also, like, they ran away so fast. I'm like, y'all are bigger than him. You can, like, knock him out in like 2 seconds. And I could do nothing about it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, kind of on the same vein, but not at all.
Yeah.
Do you remember how I was telling you how I was editing the podcast episode that was supposed to come up today?
And you did.
And I did, which, by the way, it was the 6th episode. Call back to the 6th episode. If you know you're a new listener and this is the first episode, go back to the 6th one.
And then come back to this
one.
And
then come back to this one right now if you want to know the story. That was the one that we were talking about, the deer in the window. That freaked me out.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you bring up the deer. Meanwhile, I was just editing the podcast episode about a deer.
I also completely forgot about that till right now when you brought it up.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
No, but I get like...
Hi, S'mores. Thank you for co-hosting, S'mores. You'll hear his tippy-tappies in the background, probably.
Yeah, probably, because he's going to stay right here. He's going to wander around the... perimeter because he doesn't like being left alone.
All right, we love that for him.
It's like, never mind, he just pieced out.
Okay, bye. Thank you, love you.
He contributed as much as he wanted to.
He brought his lamb chop. He's back.
Okay, he has his lammy that I forgot that I bought for his birthday till today. I was in the other room trying to find something. I was like, oh yeah, I had this.
Poor guy.
Well, he had 2, so I bought him a birthday one. It had like a little birthday hat on it, and then I bought him that one as a backup.
So like the one that I bought for my cat that had catnip in it. You got him a dog one with that?
There was no drugs in mine.
Mine had cat drugs.
Mine does not get drugs. We are
drug
free in this family.
with our dog, we are drug free.
But do they? I don't think they do.
What, catnip?
Make it like a drug induced treat toys for canines.
I don't think so.
Because also a little rude. Why do the cats get all the fun? Why do they get the catnip?
Because the catnip makes them happy. It makes them excited and want to play.
Because you know what that means? That the cats are really assholes if they need a whole ass.
No, it doesn't make them assholes.
Versus dogs, they're just ready to go.
No. It just means they're more docile and they're like more like, you gotta stimulate me to make me want to play.
Because you know what they say? God spelled backwards is dog. Think about it. It's true.
I was just looking at who was like, cat spelled backwards is tack.
Exactly. They got tack. And got dogs just happy to be here.
Listen, cats are happy to be here as long as you don't bother them too much. On that, my cats are stupid.
Okay.
Like, very not smart.
Yes.
Tinsel.
A la number 1.
A la number 2.
Oh, 2. Shit.
Number 2.
Yeah, she is number 2.
Picture. I've never added pictures to this. One day I will. Picture of Tinsel.
Just imagine it.
Okay, let me describe this cat really fast.
No, you don't describe. Just imagine a picture of a cat, and that's what it is.
A basic white cat with a toupee. That's all you need. A couple days ago, on like Friday night.
The 13th?
Yeah, dude. She got her head stuck in a bag. Like the handles got caught around her neck. And she was freaking out and like running through the house. And apparently, I was not home at the time. By the way, I was doing my thing. Banks was like running after her, trying to figure out what was going on. And she like cornered herself. And my dad like ripped the bag off of her head and was like broke the handles off. This way, like
she's free.
She was free.
She's a free woman.
She ended up in the corner and like hissing and like crazy because she was freaking out. Binks like walks over trying to like make sure she's okay. She starts attacking Binks. And then Levy came downstairs. Levy's my cat. Number 3. She comes running downstairs. She's like, what's going on? Like trying to figure out. She starts attacking my dad because she thinks my dad is the reason why Tinsel's freaking out. Meanwhile, Tinsel's attacking Binks because she thinks that it was his fault that she got stuck in the bag. And then all of a sudden, I guess, Tinsel just started peeing everywhere because she was so scared.
No, she just peed all over the place.
She just peed everywhere. So my parents like cleaned it up, and I found out about this yesterday on Saturday.
Also,
when I woke up.
On that same note,
yeah.
But not at all. Do you remember the Grown Ups 2 movie?
Oh God, it's been years since I've seen it.
I watched it like a couple weeks ago.
Go off.
Because I was bored. I was like, I need some kind of background noise. Because I can't sit in a quiet room. Because ill.
Because ill. Yeah.
No, there was like the part in like the beginning of the movie where there was a deer in it. And he like peed all over Adam Sandler. That's what that made me think of.
God. It's so stupid.
But also on that same note, but not at all, the CGIs in movies, crazy.
Sometimes they're really bad.
I know, but like when they're really good, you're like, dang.
Yeah.
Y'all spent money on this for what reason?
The budget. I was watching this one thing and they were talking about the budget of movies. And they were like, how come the budget has gotten bigger for movies, but like movies have gotten worse?
It's because of the budget.
And I was, no, like the budget's bigger.
Exactly, because they're like, oh, we have all this money.
Yeah, we have all this money.
We don't have to really worry about it.
Yeah. And I was like thinking about it and I'm like, you know how like when you're watching a TV show and you know that the budget for that one episode went towards one moment. like you see it and you're like, that's where the budget went.
They're like the 30,000 we had for it, 25 of it went to this
one scene
that was worth 5 seconds.
Yes, exactly.
While the rest of the show only got $5,000. Because they're like, this is gonna be the best bit right here,
exactly,
and nobody cared about it.
Exactly. Like, so I watch anime. You do not.
No.
You watch like animated shows though sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. You know when you're like watching the animated show and you're just like, that's where the budget for this episode went. Because it's like the animation goes crazy.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's where it went right there.
But also on that same note, but not at all, you can tell when the network has what's it called? Like they believe in the show. I don't know, what's the other word for that?
They back the show.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That's the thing I was thinking. Because you can tell that the quality gets better every season because they're like, yes, let's give them more money because this is actually doing something we didn't think was gonna happen the first season.
Exactly. Literally. I'm trying to think. There was like, You watched the Star Wars movies, right?
Yeah, I watched it all in like a month's time.
Okay. So I'm a fan of Star Wars. Okay. I wouldn't say I'm like a hardcore like stan of them where I'm like, oh my god, like Star Wars is my life. No, not like that. I'm just like, I enjoy Star Wars. I will watch it. They're doing all these movie remakes of like all these movies that nobody cares about. Can we go back, if we're gonna be remaking movies, can we go back to when like you could visibly see the string on things and like redo that?
No, but also on that same note, but not at all.
Yeah.
But still on that note,
Mm-hmm.
the Star Wars movies,
Yeah.
they were crazy
Yeah.
for like the early 90s,
I think it was the 80s.
80s.
I think. Let me look it up really
Because
fast.
from what I can vaguely remember, I didn't watch any of like the side stories via Disney Plus when they came out with like 1,600 different things.
Mm-hmm.
But like the production on the beginning of the Star Wars movies,
1977 was the first one.
and it went hard.
It went hard.
Like, where was that production?
That's what
Especially
I'm
for
saying.
the first movie.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and they just kept getting crazier and crazier.
yeah. Like the droids, like you can tell that it was like stop motion stuff because it was like so jerky and like
But either way, still,
there was no fluidity to it. But it's like looking at those movies, they're like cult classics compared to the newer movies that have more CGI, more effects in them and stuff like that. People like the older movies better.
Can I say something on this, but not at all, but still on this
Yes.
yet again?
Yeah.
Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
Was there somebody in that suit,
Yes.
or was it CGI'd?
No, it was somebody in the suit.
All the movies, or was it just like the first like 3 or 4 before they could get production?
It was all in the suit.
There was
I'm like
somebody in that
90%
suit?
sure there was somebody in the suit.
Can
All
I meet
movies.
them?
I mean, I guess.
Because like to be in that Chewbacca, did you think they also made that noise? I can't make it. Yeah, that noise.
Yes.
They made that noise too.
I'm sure not in the suit. I'm sure it was like
I hope they
piped
did.
in.
I hope they did.
I think it was like piped in. Like they did it and then they like played the audio over them doing the movement. I think
No,
that's
I
what
want
it
them
was.
to be in that suit making the noise. They're like, you're not gonna get any screen time physically, but we'll hear you do that noise multiple times.
And it'll become like the biggest thing. Because when you think of like people like recreating or like not recreating, I'm trying to think of like the proper word to say for it. When somebody's like doing a voice and stuff like that, like they're like
when they're trying to describe the movie.
Right. They're like describing the movie or, you know, like it's like a known thing where you hear somebody do it and you know immediately what it's from and who the character is, right? Like an impersonation, basically. The number one impersonation from Star Wars is Chewbacca.
It's the easiest thing to do. I can't do it, but somebody can. There it is.
Like the Jar Jar Binks. Like people will do Jar Jar Binks impressions, but I feel like Jar Jar Binks is like the weird slug dude.
Oh, that fucker.
The one that's like, me so.
Yeah.
That's Jar Jar Binks. So it's like people will do Jar Jar, but like the most like known is Chewbacca. I think I asked you this question like a couple of years ago. I was like, if you were like into acting or you were like creating something, like whatever, like a character, would you rather have the main character or would you rather have the side character that was like the most beloved that everybody knew?
I'm a side character. in
100%.
that, but also, because if I have to be the main character, that means I have to memorize a lot of stuff. And guess what we can't do? We already had to retake so many times. I'm in the background.
I would rather be the comedy.
The comedy relief.
Yeah, the comedic relief character that everyone like just falls in love
The
with.
beloved.
Yeah, the beloved comedy relief character.
A la Chewbacca. But can I say something on this?
Mm-hmm.
But not at all.
You always do.
Well, 2 things.
Okay.
He already destroyed the damn chop.
Oh no. Lamb chop. You just got that today?
Yeah. After hoarding it since April.
Oh my god.
Lamb chop done for.
Yeah.
My second thing
Mhm.
after that, which I knew my first thing, but I just saw him destroy Lamb chop right now. I had to bring it up.
Poor lamb chop.
You know who's even better than the the beloved character, is the one that nobody thinks is gonna be number one.
Yeah.
Because in Madagascar, the little chipmunk, everybody loved him.
A little chipmunk?
Yeah.
Which chipmunk?
In the Madagascar movies.
If you're talking about Mort, he is not a chipmunk.
What is he?
He's a lemur.
With a big head?
He's a lemur.
He's a lemur?
He's a lemur.
I thought he was a chipmunk.
The one that's like, King Julian!
Yeah.
He's a lemur.
Is he a baby lemur?
I don't know what kind of lemur he is.
I thought he...
Watch him be like an eye or something. Like,
my whole life thought he was a chipmunk.
No.
Anyways, besides that, my life not being destroyed,
So
thinking he was a chipmunk.
I'm so sorry. No, he's
for
a
like
lemur.
20 years, because I don't know how long that movie's been out.
No, he's a lemur. I'm like 90% sure.
But also the little bird thingy in the Star Wars movies, like the last ones.
He's a mouse lemur. Sorry.
Technically, still right.
Wait, what does a mouse lemur even look like?
Like the little chipmunk. That's not a chipmunk anymore. Because my whole life got destroyed on this very day.
It's cute.
I was today's years old when I found out that Mort
It's a lemur.
was not a chipmunk and he was a lemur.
He's a mouse lemur. He's so cute. Look. Oh my god. King Julian!
I'm telling you, for the last 20 years, thought he was a chipmunk.
Chipmunk?
Thought he was a chipmunk.
No,
For
Chip
the
and
last-
Dale are chipmunks.
Okay, but that doesn't matter. This is different.
In your brain, you're going through like a crisis. You're like, what do you mean?
Isn't Chip and Dale Disney and isn't the Madagascar DreamWorks? Aren't they two different things?
Yes.
So to me, they don't count.
Okay.
In my fantasy, they don't count.
In my head right now, I'm seeing like in your eyes that meme from The Office where it's like corporate wants you to look at these two photos and tell them what the difference is. They're the same photo.
Straight up, not lying. He was a chipmunk.
No, he's a lemur. But go off. Mort. Mhm.
Yeah, like he was beloved by everybody.
Yeah. And now he's a meme.
Exactly. And so was that little bird from the Star Wars movie. I don't remember what he was.
Bird?
Or the owl looking thing. In like the last movie.
Borg?
Yeah, that one.
Mm.
Also beloved.
You know who's more beloved by like real like Star Wars fans?
R2D2.
No.
Because same.
I mean, yes, but no. The Ewoks.
The little
From
Ewoks.
I wanted an Ewok so bad. I'm like, can we make Ewoks? Can we like make that a
What are
real
you
thing?
trying to
What is he eating?
I think it's a little.
Oh, the squeaker.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's what he goes for.
gotcha. But yeah, no. When I was younger, I wanted an Ewok. Like I still want an Ewok. They're not real,
They're not.
but I want one. Like if we're gonna genetically engineer anything, can we genetically engineer Ewoks?
Ewoks.
And just make them pets? They can come to work with us.
What are you trying to do right now?
Like they did full work.
It was the other bit to the squeaker.
Mm.
Now he's upset because I took away his fun.
No, he's just gonna tear lamb chop apart even more.
Well, a toy doesn't last for him very long.
You gotta get him like the bully toys.
I buy him the toys that are like hard to destroy.
Yeah, like the ones for bulldogs
He destroys
and
them.
pit bulls.
He destroys them.
Really?
Yeah.
Go off, S'mores.
He destroys them all.
He's an Australian Shepherd.
I don't think he'd be that strong to destroy a heart. Like, they're like, you know how like
Like a mini Australian Shepherd.
he's, you know, like the scales from like 1 to 10, so hard to destroy. I get the 9s.
And he still
Destroys it.
What about the conchs? He destroyed the conchs? He doesn't play with the conchs.
He doesn't play with the Kongs. He's like, what is this garbage?
Yeah,
I can't destroy this.
He's like, I don't want this.
But yeah, he destroys them all. I'm like,
Dang. Go off, S'mores.
not a single thing can get through those small little teeth. Those teeth were made for destroying, and he destroys everything.
He's like, I'm a piranha. I live in the Amazon.
Still going at that lamb chop. It's so hard.
Poor lamb chop didn't even last a day. It's alright.
And
May he rest in
not even
peace.
4 hours, I don't think.
May he rest in peace, poor lamb chop.
I think at that like,
Speaking I'm sorry.
No, go for it, because I had nothing really to say that involved in this conversation.
Speaking of Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is just the Star Wars episode now.
I guess.
Apparently, we're 25 minutes in talking about Star Wars stuff. James Earl Jones, he passed away at 93.
Oh, may he rest in peace.
You're like, who did he voice? Yeah, I know you are. Look at me. Darth Vader. Oh,
so sad.
You know who else he voiced? Mufasa. Yeah, see, that one hurt deeper, huh?
Mufasa.
Yeah, dude. Mufasa died.
Did he voice the live action one too, or no?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Very sing-songy of that one, wasn't there?
Oh my god, what did I look up? I was looking up something yesterday.
Live action movies.
Yes and no. Oh. Don't ask me why I was looking this up. You remember the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah.
You remember how there's a fourth Jonas brother?
Yeah.
Frankie?
Yeah.
Did you know that Frankie's like 3 years younger than us?
Is he really?
I think. If I remember what I looked up properly. He's like 3 years younger than us. So
he's 23.
23 years old. He was born in 2000. Do you know who he voiced?
Who?
You watched Ponyo.
Yeah.
The main kid in Ponyo.
That was him?
That was him voicing it.
Something real quick.
Yeah.
Can't talk to you back here for a second.
Yeah.
Was Ponyo a boy or a girl? I know, but for my own thing.
Yeah, Ponyo was a girl.
Okay, got it.
But like also the picture of Frankie from when he was a kid, I remember seeing him compared to. We both looked over at the dog. We're like, So, I remember this kid. I didn't realize that he was actually like their brother.
Okay.
And it's like seeing the picture of him when he was younger versus what he looks like now. How to glow up. Not the same person.
That was him younger?
That was him when he was younger.
He looks like...
This is him now.
He looks like any like 1990s early bully.
He just... Yes, but also... Oh my god. I'm trying to think of what he looks like. That's Frankie.
And what thing was he playing? Who was he playing?
I think that was during Jonas. Like the show
Never
Jonas.
saw it.
You never watched
No.
Babes.
It's
it's on Disney Plus.
I wasn't a Jonas Brothers person when I was younger.
But like also, I didn't realize, because you know he's on a show now. Like he has his own show now.
That was the one that Patty was watching a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's the one where they're like they have famous relatives, but like nobody really knows who they are, kind of thing.
I don't know. I never saw it.
Yeah,
I never heard about it till that day.
Seeing pictures of Frankie when he was younger with his brothers, I'm like, damn, the age gap, crazy.
But not only that, when your brothers are like mega stars, and then you're just like on the sidelines, like,
and you're just there.
You're like, the parents are like, we don't care about you. These are the ones that are making us money.
I think they cared about them.
But they're not. He's not bringing in the cash like the Jonas Brothers were.
Yeah. So, I remember now why I was looking up Frankie.
Love to know.
I was watching the Sophia Nygaard video of her eating.
Oh, because of the Jonas Brothers restaurant. I was gonna say diner. It's not a diner.
Yeah, it's not a diner. The Jonas Brother restaurant. I think it's called like Nellie's or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, because I watched the Hell's Kitchen one, and then I like the Gordon Ramsay one, and then I was like, ooh, this one's recommended. Let me watch this one. And then all of a sudden she brought up the Jonas Brothers one, and I was like, okay. And then they said something about Frankie, and I was like, how old is Frankie? And I got on this giant deep dive of Frankie Jonas.
On that same note, but not at all, I finished watching Hell's Kitchen like a couple weeks ago.
I love that for you. I love that you finally finished like an actual series.
And I didn't watch the whole series.
Oh my god!
Because I was in my clips on the YouTubes. So I went to the specific season that I was watching the clips for, and I just watched from there. Because I'm not going back to season 1. I don't got the energy for that. The old ones don't really care for, because quality, yet again, production, not the best. We go for the higher production seasons.
Yeah.
It was like 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
So whatever it was. Hot.
No, I'm gonna let you finish your thought because my brain just went, you know what? Back on the topic that we were talking about before. So I'm gonna let you finish before I jump in.
So you know how crazy he is when it comes to like adults.
Mhm.
So I started watching Master Step Jr. And the difference he has
With the kids.
with the kids versus the adults
Mm-hmm.
shooketh to my core.
Yeah.
Homie, so nice. But sometimes they're like outside in the public and they're like feeding actual people.
Mm-hmm.
He can get a little crazy.
Yeah.
And if I was a child right there, would have shit in my pants. Full on.
Me.
He's like, this bird's still so alive, he could fly around. Fly right now. Bah! He's like he uses the quotes that he does for adults.
Yeah.
With these little kids. I'm just like, if I was there, I either peed myself or I shitted
See,
in that very moment because I could not.
I've seen like things like the clips of MasterChef Junior where he's like talking to the kids and he's like so nice to them.
Yeah.
He's like, there's this one, I think it was like,
They're all kids.
I mean, they're all kids. I meant like, I think it was a boy. I just don't remember. We're not gonna assume anything. But it was like this one kid and like something caught on fire and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you just standing there? And he's like, I'm trying to figure it out. And they're like, no, move. Like, get out of the way. And they like turn the flame off. And they're like, what were you doing? And he's like, I don't know.
And then
like,
they got the clip of him in Hell's Kitchen. He's like, you idiot!
You monkey!
You idiot sandwich!
You idiot sandwich. Yeah.
What was your topic part of that one?
So mine was going back to the quality stuff.
Yeah.
Like the CGI quality and stuff like that. I was thinking about the because I'm like playing with something. Thanks. I'm like it doesn't make any noise. I was like scared. I was like, I'm gonna squeeze it.
He broke it. I can get you one.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay.
We're good. Thank you. The old like Halloween movies and stuff, like the cult classic Halloween movies.
Halloween Town.
Well, Halloween Town.
Except for the last one, because little Murney dipped out last movie.
Yeah. But also like Nightmare on Elm Street and like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. I'm like, looking back, those movies when they came out were so scary to people.
To me, as a child.
To me too. I never watched them.
Neither have I.
Because I was like terrified. And then I'm like, there was one, I think it was Nightmare on Elm Street. It was like one of the newer ones that came out. It was like completely CGI'd. And it looked, it looked really bad. I think I watched it with you. I think we watched it together.
I don't remember.
It looked so...
Can I say something
Yeah.
on the same topic?
Yeah.
My brother, he's never going to hear this, so it doesn't matter.
All of a sudden he texts you in like 3-4 weeks. He's like, I heard what you said on your podcast.
He's never going to hear this.
I'm gonna message him. I'm gonna be like, hey, listen to this podcast that me and your brother do.
He's never going to hear this. But like when we were younger, I knew not to watch scary movies.
Yeah.
Because of nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to be big and bad and watch it with the older kids. By older kids, I mean they're like 3 or 4 years older than us. But like I was still a child, and they were like crazy, and they watched all the scariest movies possible. Like they watched Chucky and all that stuff. Not for me. When I was at that age. Still have yet to watch a Chucky movie. That's besides the point.
I haven't watched it. I've seen clips of it. I want to see Jennifer Tilly.
Besides the point. But he would like go watch it with them, and then he would get scared when we would come home. And he's like, you have to come with me to go wherever. I was like, and I'm like, I'm knocked out in bed.
And he comes and gets you.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is why I didn't watch it. And now look at you, you're scared.
So on that.
So I'm just like, why did you watch it?
Yeah.
I'm over here now having to protect you. I'm 1.5 years younger than you. What am I gonna do? Nothing.
You're like, bro, handle it better.
I'm like, I can't do nothing for you besides just stand there and watch you die. Sorry, I'll run away. I got you with that bit.
Literally. So that brings me back to episode 6 again. At episode 6
with your deer.
With my deer. Because you brought up in that episode that your brother had a fear of windows at night. And I was like, same.
I didn't know I brought him up in that episode.
You brought that up in that episode. You're like, my brother was scared of windows at night. He was.
And I don't know if he still is.
I was like, same. So the fact that he was out there watching scary movies.
Yeah. He was like watching them. I'm just like, because he's trying to hang out with the big kids. I was like, I know my place. Not there.
So my brother did like almost the same thing where he would like watch like scary movies and he would have like nightmares from it. Like zombies was like the big thing where he's like, I hate zombies. I can't do zombies. Like they freak me out. But then he would play COD and he would play the zombie mode where it's like just nonstop rounds of just killing zombies and stuff. And then he would go to bed and have a nightmare about zombies. One of the scary movies that he watched when we were younger was Haunting in Connecticut. And it freaked him out. I think he went to the movie theaters and watched it. And he was like, I can't. Like, it was so scary. And I was like, okay. And he's like, don't watch it. And I was like, I'm not planning to.
I wasn't planning it.
Yeah, I was like, mind you, my brother's 4.5 years older than us. So I was like, I don't plan on.
I'm good. On it.
And he's like, no, like it messed me up. And I was like, okay. And he's like, so scary. And I was like, that's on you. You went and watched it. Like
no one told you to.
Yeah. Like he was scared of dolls when he was growing up because he watched Chucky when we were younger.
Oh, I said the Annabelle movie.
No, he watched Chucky when we were younger. Like the first Child's Play. I think it was the first and the second he watched over like my aunt's house. So he was like terrified of dolls. He like refused to be like alone with dolls. And I'm just like, why'd you watch it so early? Like, why did you do that? You could have said no.
Like, they would have like played those movies, and I'd be like, huh, not me. I'll be over there in the corner, not watching it.
So
I'm good.
I was terrified of everything when I was younger. Like wrestling scared me.
Like WWE?
Yes, terrified of it. Specifically because of the Undertaker.
I could see it
because he rolled his eyes backwards. I was like, oh my god.
Also, how can he go? Does he go so far back, or that you just can only just see the white bits?
You just see the white bits. Like his eyes would like flutter with it.
Because I can like, but like I don't know if you could still
like
see,
it like.
But I don't know if you could still see like the brown bit.
When you do it, you can see it, but when he does I don't know how just the
exactly.
white.
So I'm like, how the fuck did he go so far?
He like slightly closes his eyes when he does it, and his eyelids like flutter.
That hurts a lot too when I do that.
I think it was because like one of my friends like was like big into wrestling, and you know kids like exaggerate things. Yeah. So like one of
everybody does.
The selling points was like, oh, like he's known as the dead man because he died and came back to life and he kills other people. So it was like, I was like, I don't want to watch it. Terrified of it. I don't want to watch it. And they're like to me, wrestling was real. So I was like, this man was dead
and came back to life.
And like buries other people because he had like the buried matches, right? So it was like whenever like WWE would come on and we'd be over their house, I would like take off running. I'm like, I don't want to be here. Like,
can I talk to you back here for a second?
Yeah.
When you said he
buried people.
Yeah. No, he came back to life. Yeah. I was thinking of Kennedy.
Who?
Kennedy Davenport. He crystallized. Like,
after a night of hooking, Trade wasn't happy. So he killed me and set me on fire. But I didn't die. I crystallized.
And I'm a German. Jack, ready for the runway.
Could you imagine Undertaker? After a night of hooking, Trade didn't like.
No, it's whoever he was fighting would go in.
And Undertaker was Trade.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with the session.
He wasn't happy with the session.
But they didn't die.
But they didn't die. They had crystallized.
And now they're trying to grandma Jack ready for the runway.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was scared of that. I was like,
no, I can see it though.
And then it's like, so I didn't like that. And then it's like, now I'm like, yeah, you know, I know it's fake. I watch it for the entertainment. It's more of a soap opera now than anything But like,
well, because there's so many storylines going on at once. Jesus,
it's like a telenovela, but with fighting, actual fighting.
Instead of getting pushed down the stairs, they go to the ring and actually fight.
Instead of being pushed down the stairs, they're thrown through tables. They go through the announcement desk.
And sometimes stairs are used.
Sometimes stairs are used. Other times they use steel chairs.
Are they? They're not real steel. Steel. They're probably aluminum.
I know the garbage cans are aluminum, and the ladders are aluminum. The chairs themselves are like altered, but I think they're still steel, if I'm not mistaken. But that's why they're not allowed to hit each other in the head anymore with it. Because of the damage.
Too many people got concussions.
Yeah, and there was that other thing that happened. Too many chair shots.
Yeah, that would happen to people.
With him.
Yeah. Yeah, shit gets crazy on there.
Yeah.
For no reason. People have like it's those kids that had like too much energy in the playground. So you're like, you know what? Let's go go do some wrestling. Mm-hmm. Let's get the energy out that way.
Literally. Speaking of that.
Yeah, but not at all.
But also kind of. I keep seeing that clip of that orchestra dude who's like super hyperactive and he like moves his body like that. And the caption for it all the time is when a mom had a hyperactive kid, but instead of getting them into sports, they put them in band.
You know what they should have done? Marching band.
True.
Yeah. Or what's the one with the batons? Or the flags? Mm-hmm. Or the guns?
Baton twirling?
No, but what's the gun one? What's the one with the gun? It's not even a real gun. You know what I'm talking about.
Do I? Which
yeah,
one?
The one with the fake gun.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
That one.
Continue.
I don't know what else.
What is it called?
The one with the fake gun.
The one with the fake gun.
It looks like a baton, but it's not a baton. It's a gun.
What?
Hold on. You keep talking about something and I'll tell you in a second.
The one with the gun, but not a real gun?
Yeah.
The one with a G-U-N, but not a real G-U-N?
Was I not allowed to say that word?
I don't know.
Was it just color guard?
With the flags?
Rifle spinning. I never knew it was called rifle spinning until right now.
I didn't know that it was a thing.
Yeah, dude.
Honest. Rifle spinning?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
It was, I remember.
I'm sure it's just color guard.
Maybe, because I remember I was, back when there was Vine.
Back when there was a Vine. Oh, people don't know what that is anymore.
There was a clip where someone was like spinning the rifle thingy and they dropped it on the floor and they go, I forgot to, like, Victoria! Careful with the
gun, Victoria. Dude, I want to, now that you said Vine, I really want to find that clip. Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, where'd you find it? Was it on Facebook?
It's on Facebook.
You're never going to find it again.
I will. It pops up like every fourth video that I watch.
But also on that, but not at all. Mm-hmm. I occasionally go on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't post anything ever on there.
I don't post anything either.
But like I'll like go through like their Facebook video clips or whatever that they have on there.
Their reels. I'm sorry, that was loud.
Yeah, and like sometimes I'm like, why are y'all stalking me? Like, can I get some new people on this thing? Because I'm like, I'm tired of like the same 4 people that I'm getting the reels of. I'm like, give me some new people.
Oh, I get the same reels from the same people all the time.
I'm like, I want something new because their stuff is boring now to me. I need new people circulating through these reels, just like TikTok. Give me some new people.
But also, s'mores. When he was a baby, we first saw him ever. Okay.
Honestly, though.
You gotta look like Sid the Sloth. Just a little bit. Okay.
Listen, he didn't flake onto his features when he was younger. He has evolved into a wonderful, better looking dog.
Just a little guy. He's this whole guy
But
now.
also on that same note, but not at all.
Yeah. Okay.
But I kind of call back to what we were talking about earlier, but also not at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes, well, a lot of times, when he's like walking, he like kind of pushes his ears back, right? Remember Dobby?
Master has given Dobby a song.
It very much gives me that vibe.
I love S'mores. I love S'mores so much.
He's just vibing. Listen, he literally lives a better life than probably most dogs.
If you didn't name him S'mores,
yeah,
would you have named him Dobby?
Honestly, probably not.
Because you're not a Harry Potter fan.
No, not because it took me a while to see it.
Yeah.
So it already had a name already put in.
Would you have, if you didn't name him S'mores, would you have kept Zeus or no?
Probably. But he also doesn't look like a Zeus.
when you first got him, he did not look like a Zeus. I don't know where they got that name from. He did not look like a Zeus. He looked like he was struck by the lightning rather than commanded it. Thor, thunder. Exactly. Like he would not have been Zeus.
No, he would. He still doesn't.
He still doesn't. I mean, when his hair's grown on a little, no. You're like, no. No, you know.
Somebody's with him 7 days a week. I want to say 5 days a week.
5 days a week.
I don't have the weekends.
Yeah, he's not your custody on the weekends. He's not even my custody, and he's like partial.
Also, can I say something about that? But not at all.
Okay.
Like low key, my parents, I'm pretty sure love him more than me in like a weird way. Because I'm pretty sure he sleeps with them more than he sleeps with me.
So they're just like, oh, cuddly.
But he just sleeps on the floor because he didn't allow dogs in their bed.
Yeah.
But like he still sleeps in the room with them.
Dang.
More times than he has in my own room.
That's crazy.
But that's also mostly due to the fact that my father wakes up like 5 a.m. to go to work. So like I don't feel like being waking up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
By him barking to get out of my room. But besides that, right now, like 3 days, we've been
like bonded. You're like, me and him, we're good. We're like two peas in a pod. We're good.
Well, because he has somebody else.
Until you leave him later.
We're gonna talk about that.
Poor guy.
He'll be fine. He survives.
He's just dabbing. He's like, yeah, I tore that shit up.
He destroyed Lamb Chop, and now he's taking his power nap from it because it took a lot out of him.
Does he?
He has
the stuffing.
Yeah.
On his stomach.
He's like, I will lay in his remains.
He literally passed out with the remains, like the entrails wrapped around him.
Yeah, he's like, I did good.
Oh my god.
He worked for that.
Go off.
For that murder.
He went, okay. Would you?
No.
What kind of dog would you get?
For the next one?
Yes.
It doesn't. I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
It just can't be a big dog.
Yeah.
So like Cocker Spaniel and smaller.
Mm-hmm. Would you get an Italian Greyhound?
That's a small one, right?
It's a Cermet.
Maybe.
And a Page.
It depends.
Mm-hmm. If it was available.
No, if
it's like Cermet.
No, if they have the confidence levels that I need for the second dog to give the first dog that I now have to be able to go out and not be scared of everything in the world. Because it's literally the issue. Full on, we went on a hike.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the beginning of the hike. And there's people like starting to paint like in like the beginning of the trail. He got scared of them.
Aww.
So full on, I was like, uppies. I picked him up. And I had to walk by them. And then one lady goes, oh, yeah, we're really scary. I was like, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you are.
Because he didn't want to go walk by them. I was like, let's go. He's like, nah, I'm not walking by them. It's like, I need...
Like a confident dog.
Yeah. To help him not be so scared of everything. That's the issue.
Would you get a chihuahua?
No.
You're scared of chihuahuas?
No, I just don't have...
the patience for a chihuahua.
Yeah, and they're barking.
Yeah.
And their little... teeth. And that's my issue with those ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like a shiwi.
A shiwi.
The wiener dog.
The wiener dog. The dachshund.
Is that the one?
It's a dachshund.
Isn't there another one that sounds like that?
Okay. No, I think it's just a dachshund, but it's spelled like Dutch hound.
Is that what it is? Was my dyslexia just making me that?
How do you spell dachshund?
Yes.
Yes, I went to type in dachshund and it autocorrected douche.
Just like do dog and then Dutch hound. Dachshund. Dog.
Yeah. DACHSHUND. Dachshund.
Why is there so many letters in that for no reason?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to say that.
Yeah.
Phonetically spelled correctly.
Dachshund. That's spelled douche.
Full on dachshund, I would expect there to be an X in there.
A what?
An X.
Why would there be an X?
In the middle.
In the middle. Where the CHSH is?
Yeah.
Dachshund.
Would you not think there'd be an X? If you're dyslexic, like I am.
Honestly, I could see you with a wiener dog. Is that bad?
But like, you know, like the long-haired Chihuahua bred it into it. Yeah,
this
like that one.
Specifically this one.
Uh-huh.
The long-haired dachshund.
Yeah. Give me that. But on that note, I think we did good with this episode.
I think we did good too. So thank you guys for listening. If you're still listening, go ahead and check out the other episodes. If you're listening to this on any streaming platform, if you would like to maybe be kind and subscribe and like and maybe rate and comment, that would be great. If not, I understand, but like also why not? And any closing remarks from you? No. Well, thanks for joining us on this crazy adventure, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Nailed it.
Nailed it.